Climate crisis isn't a distant headline. Climate change isn't a distant threat. It is here with us. It is the air that we breathe. It is the heat that we experience. It is the storms we live with. My name is Nkansa A.D. Johnson, a Derico Technology official, specifically in charge of logistics. Here at Derico, we build cutting-edge inventions that will help us find mitigating solutions to the global pandemic, climate change, and its dangerous repercussions. Now, as a major breakthrough for our company, we have invented a very powerful device called Sdider sensor. Now, perhaps someone might ask, what is the motive behind the name Sdider sensor, and how does it work? And how will this Sdider sensor, being the first of its kind to be invented by our company, help eradicate completely, and the word is completely, electricity, fire-related outbreaks, and electrocution on land and on sea? Now, the inspiration behind the name Sdider sensor was actually derived after a very meticulous observation of nature's very own, what? The spider. Now, it is believed that most of us watching us now have seen a spider and its web before. Now, after a spider creates its web, it lays low at the center of the web called the hub. As it lays low, it observes its environment, and when there is a prey that gets stuck at the sticky spiral, it sends a signal or a transmission to the spider at the center of the web. Now, sending a transmission to the spider at the center. Now, the radar lines transmit vibrations to the spider at the hub. So the web acts like an extended sense organ. The spider feels where there is a struggle and runs along the non-sticky lines in order to capture its prey and subdue it. Now, most importantly, two things happens before a spider finally overcomes its prey. First, detection. The impact sends vibration along the radar to the spider at the hub. The spider reads which lines are shaking to locate the prey. Now, the second point is subduing. The spider rushes along the non-sticky lines in order to locate the prey, bite to inject venom, and also wrap silk in order to immobilize it. Many store the wrapped package for future consumption. Now, mimicking the remarkable instinct or natural instinct of a spider, our company, Derico Technology, in its quest to fight and eradicate climate change, has designed and invented the first of its kind, the Sdider sensor. Now, mimicking this remarkable instinct of a spider, Derico Technology has invented the first of its kind, the Sdider sensor. Now, when we were talking about the radar lines, when giving the illustration about the spider, here the radar lines represent the Ethernet system and all the cables connected to the sockets of devices on the distribution board, which is now connected to the Sdider sensor. Now, how does the Sdider sensor work exactly like the spider? Now, first, it detects dangerous devices on the distributing system. After detecting these dangerous devices, the Sdider sensor sends a signal to the users of the system, as well as isolate the dangerous device on the distribution system so that it doesn't cause electrocution or fire outbreak. So that is exactly how the Sdider sensor works, exactly like the spider. Now, why do we need the Sdider sensor? Why does the world need the Sdider sensor? Why does the world need the Sdider sensor? Now, let's go to the aquatic world. We can see an image here. That is an image of a ship on sea. Now, looking very well at this image, we can see how the aquatic creatures are being affected and why or how is this possible. Now, these giant ships that you see, they have the capabilities of generating higher voltage of current or higher voltage. They have the capabilities of generating higher voltage. Now, when they generate these higher voltage, in case there is a leakage of current from these ships, it serves as a threat to the aquatic nature. Why? Because this leakage has the capabilities of electrocuting the aquatic creatures. So this is an example of what we see here. There is a ship on the sea, and then there is a leakage, and it is electrocuting the aquatic creatures. Now, take a look at this very ship. This is a very giant ship. Of course, this happens to be one of the largest ships in the world. Now, these ships have the capabilities of generating higher voltage. So when there is leakage of current from these ships, they have the tendency of destroying the aquatic world. But then one interesting thing about these ships is that this very ship that you see here, the voltage generated by the activities of this ship is capable of giving power to an entire country. What it means is that the number of voltage that this ship can generate can be used to power a country, like let's say a country like Ghana. So imagine if there is a leakage from this ship, what happens to the aquatic world? Gradually and gradually, we are losing the aquatic creatures, which is very devastating to the world. Now, let's check this picture. Take a very good look at this picture. What can you see? A number of sharks electrocuted. They are dead and gone. Gradually, we are losing our aquatic world, which is not the best. So the world needs an invention that will help solve this dying situation. And that is why the RICO technology, in its quest to fight and eradicate climate change, has designed a very powerful invention, that is the Sdider sensor. Now, how the Sdider sensor works is very marvelous, as we have already illustrated. Now, it detects any dangerous device on the distribution system, isolate that device, and then sends a signal to the user of the device in order to alert the user of the device that such devices can cause electrocution or fire outbreaks. Now, this device keeps on giving the signal until the user of these devices solve that particular issue. Otherwise, it will keep on giving the signal. And this is how powerful this device is. And one remarkable thing about this device is that it is the first of its kind to be invented by our company, the RICO technology. The world needs Sdider sensor now. Why? Sdider sensor will come and help the distribution system that we are using right now, the current distribution systems that we are using right now. The Sdider sensor will come and help it to be complete. Now, we know that these distribution systems are working well, but why is it that we still experience electrocution and fire-related outbreaks most of the time? This is a global issue. Each and every country is experiencing this. So what it means is that the distribution system that we use right now, yes, it is capable, but then it is not capable to prevent all kinds of electrocution. That is why we need the Sdider sensor, and it is urgent, and the world needs it now.